It's not. I don't think it might be synced up now.
no get time, I dey da ba da. Dada cover my face, calling me la ba da. The man we know, yeah, ba da. What's it gonna? You are gonna all depend. The cat, ride the whip, I know you die for nothing. What's it gonna? You are gonna all depend. The cat, ride the whip, I know you die for nothing. Make you know say everything when you do, they must commend it. So anything you do, and they try to put you on my way. Plenty, plenty, plenty survive with this. Just to make sure money day. But my people then go say I know one vibe, I know one time, I know one payment. I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want feel house, I still want to know. When they come, what's it come? You are come, all depend. It can ride the whip, I know you die for nothing. What's it come? You are come, all depend. Together, ride the whip, I know you. The many things them happening, schemes and packaging. In a one night for shows, I'm juggling. Blowing in the ocean, my port and paddling. Sharashina Bella, that's my bro, my family. Losing trace. When it comes to money, I can concentrate. If I live in streets, you are not my place. If you become mission, I'll be head of state. But my people then go say, I know one fight, I know one time, I know one payment. I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want feel house, I still want to know. What's it come? You are come, all depend. It can ride the whip, I know you die for nothing. What's it come? You are come, all depend. It can ride the whip, I know you die for nothing. Oluwa gonna, yeah, 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 yeah,
Because it's literally, it's just going to be, you're not going to need that. It's just going to be right to left. Because it's like, we don't need to go up or down. So, it should be really easy. And then you're on. I know, so we've got, you may, yeah, so Smooth here. So, anyway, just,
Yeah, I have. And then, are you saying there's no like data service in here?
no, I couldn't get any.
I mean, my
We'll see.
my Mint Mobile, it seems to work in places that it doesn't work for other people, and then it doesn't work in places that it really should be working.
But, and then you're off for a while. I got 2 people with me, so you're
Thank you, man.
So my buddy Blake from last time,
Yeah.
he'll come in, and then he's going from Hannah. Okay. Okay. We'll have room here. Yeah, so you're completely off the hook.
All right. Thank you. That's huge. I really need it.
It's gonna feel good once it's done.
That's the thing. Once it's done, are you so like what assume that's due?
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, I'm supposed to have a draft in by the end of like next week. And then I'll have some time to revise, and then I defend on like week 8. Yeah. So like end of May around. Yeah.
So what's your degree?
I'm a journalism major. I'm doing like the thesis is through the SMJC. I tried the Clark Honors College thing. I actually was in that for a freshman year, and I was like, this is not for me.
Which is like, alright, is it, so it's like, okay, what happens is since you retake a lot of like shit stuff, like third core, stuff,
Yeah.
that's where like it's not like one person or my brother and I were saying, and hey, all props to those students. It'd be very expensive to take another year from
Well, it was also extra tuition to be in the honors college. That's part of why I left. I thought I could do a thesis through the department without being in the honors college. I'm like, hey, that works for me. Yeah. I'll see if I can connect to the Discord. Okay.
So you're free to get how you like it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
What's the? Is this the thing that adjusts the side to side mobility?
Yeah. That'll really all be all you'll need to use tonight. You won't really need to go up or down.
check my energy. I don't get that for no enemy. Only people little. Nothing with person never see. I'm nothing with person never see. Forget it, I say bashi. Money soon as take our body head. I take her to the person. Jenny, I'm in the answer, yes, sir. Then I'm in the answer, yes, sir. Respect is reciprocal, even though no knows are special. When no one does hurt you, when no the body body, tell me what you see when you look at me. You better for my body, my brother. Check, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. say me unique bow. The soldier me body day. We must send that one nick out. I don't want know anything we go make you kill my ginger. We know she say I'm for real. But don't worry, be one balaja. Wajadan, waja, oh no 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 no. Wajadan, one balaja, mongolo, wajadan, waja, oh no 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 no. Wajadan, 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 oh no 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 no. Wajadan, one balaja, mongolo, wajadan, oh no 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 no. Excuse me, you are not dancing. Why? I want to know how you are doing like you're shy. Is it that you dance or you leave? There's no place for pretense. I can't watch you standing. Oh no. When you go jo, when you go bare molejo. I know you want to know. As we take you home. When you go jo, baby no darling no. I know you want to know. As we take you home. When you go darling no, then tell me what I cannot do. Tell me what I cannot do. When you go darling no, then tell me what I cannot do. Tell me what I cannot do. Oh, when you go darling no, then.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we're going to do the national anthem, and then we will do the lineups. So if you could please stand, remove your hats for the national anthem. fans, we welcome you to Crescent Valley High School for TBL basketball. I'm your PA announcer, General Draco, and we welcome you to tonight's game. And now the starting lineup for the Wenatchee Bighorns. Number 0, Chris Cormani. Number 2, Nick Fleming. Number 8, Taven Cummings. Number 10, Rodarius Washington. Number 13, Brandon Watkins. And now for
Well, another weekend and another home floor for the Willamette Valley Jaguars, this time going up against the 6-4 Wenatchee Bighorns here at Corvallis High School here on TBL TV. Welcome in to Corvallis High School in Corvallis, Oregon. I'm Isaac Doobie, joined alongside Brody Napier. We're going to look at this Willamette Valley Jaguars team last weekend, a historic weekend for the franchise on Saturday. Got their first franchise win, a 1-point win against Salem and the Capitals. And then on Sunday, scored the most points in franchise history, scoring 125 points against the best team in the conference, the Great Falls Electric.
Yeah, there was a lot to be happy about for this Jaguars team last week, Isaac. They played really solid in that first game against the Capitals. Then you look at a game like Great Falls Electric. That's a team that beat them by 30 points. It was a blowout earlier this season. And that game was neck and neck going into halftime, Isaac. It was a really close, competitive basketball game that just kind of slipped out of the Jags' reach in that third, fourth quarter. But really good stuff from this team this past week of play, and just really excited to see what they bring out here to the floor tonight.
And you look at it closely, especially on the offensive end, they really spread the ball around very well. 6 different Jaguars had 10 or more points. Troy Mix Jr. had a franchise record 7 threes on the day. He put up 16 threes. And speaking of spreading the ball around, that's what this Wenatchee Bighorns team does very well. They have 5 players that average over 16 points a game. They were, before last night, on a 5-game winning streak, but last night they went to Salem and lost 107-100, a very back-and-forth game, but Salem took the lead in the fourth quarter by 7, and Wenatchee just couldn't close the door there.
And Wenatchee, this is a really solid team, Isaac. They won 5 games in a row before that loss to the Capitals the other day, so still a really solid basketball team. One little bruise on their record in the last couple of weeks, but still just a really solid team, and excited to see what they bring out here today.
They're 1 game behind the Seattle Superhawks for second place in the conference. One thing that stands out about that game last night for the Bighorns, they gave up 22 turnovers. So taking care of the ball is going to be a high priority here in order for the Bighorns to have some success. We take a look at the starting lineups today for the Wenatchee Bighorns. It's Chris Cromartie, who was just named to the TBL All-Star team today. Nick Fleming, who is 8th in the TBL in assists per game. Taven Cummings, Rodarius Washington, and Brandon Watkins. And for the Willamette Valley Jaguars, it'll be Brandon Hanson, Tavion Johnson, LJ Robinson, Jordan Robinson, and Troy Mix Jr., who's coming off that historic performance from beyond the arc. At midcourt, it'll be Taven Cummings and Tavion Johnson to duel at midcourt. We're about to get underway here in Corvallis High School in Corvallis, Oregon. This one tipped back by Cummings, but LJ Robinson able to get the rebound. Hanson will start with it for the Jaguars. Mix Jr. outside, bounce pass to Johnson. He pulls up for 3. It's way off the mark, and a rebound by the Bighorns. Down the floor, trying to find a cutting player there, but it's intercepted by Robinson. That's something he does extremely well. And now, a shot by the Jaguars won't fall. Now outside, a wide open three, and Fleming connects on it.
Perfect shot there from Fleming, left wide open in that left wing and made the defense pay that time.
Fleming shooting just over 30% from beyond the arc this year as the Jaguars find Johnson underneath the basket. He's able to find some space, put it up with the left hand and score. Now a wide open three for Cummings, and he connects. Some shots very early into the shot clock that are falling for the guest team, the Wenatchee Bighorns. They lead 6-2 as Hansen pulls up from the elbow. It's off the heel, fight for the rebound. Long rebound goes to Watkins. Fleming wide open for three. It's too strong, fight for the rebound, won by Mix Jr. A little bit of a miscommunication here for the Jaguars defensively. A few Bighorns players have been wide open.
Yeah, and that's inexcusable right there on defense. Can't leave a player wide open, especially off back-to-back triples falling for the Bighorns the last two possessions.
Hansen dishes outside. Mix Jr. lines up a three. It rattles out, and a rebound by the Bighorns. It's Watkins battling down low and reaching up for that board.
And that ball in and out that time off the hands of Mix.
Finding a cutting Cummings underneath the basket, able to get it with the left hand. It's an 8-2 lead for the Bighorns. Nobody back there with Hansen to inbound. Seems like energetically, the Jaguars are a little bit off early on in this one. 2 minutes into this game, 8-2 lead for the road team in Wenatchee. Robinson on the right angle, makes moves, bounce pass to Johnson. Overhead pass to Hansen in the corner. Back out to Johnson. He pulls up from the elbow and puts it in. The shot clock expiring, Johnson gets on the board. He's got 4 points on the day.
Yeah, great shot there from Johnson at about the free throw line. Hopefully that gets the Jags a little more amped up here going forward.
Johnson with all 4 points for the Jaguars. A one-legged three by Cromartie doesn't fall. Cummings over to Cromartie, and then Cromartie throws it away.
Yeah, Cromartie getting just a little too flashy there early on. He's heavily guarded, hand in his face. He just says, I'm going to put this ball up at the basket. No good that time. Tried to go for the highlight pass there, and just a miscommunication there for the Bighorns, but they've still doubled the Jags in points to score 8-4.
.904 on the clock in the first quarter. Wenatchee leads 8-4, but LJ Robinson drives with the left hand and gets stripped. Watkins recovers it, and Cummings pulls up from the elbow and knocks it down.
Taven Cummings off to a really hot start here. He's already gotten a couple of shots to go his way early on in this ballgame.
Second leading scorer on this Wenatchee team, averaging over 20 points a game, as Robinson pump fakes a three, tries to find Johnson underneath. Johnson double teamed, in some trouble, trying to get out of it. Gives it up to Hansen, now to Mix Jr. in the corner for three. He splashes it down.
And I love that shot from Mix Jr. His first attempt from beyond the arc just rattled in and out, so love to see him stay confident there, got the wide open look, and made it happen.
Cross-court pass in the corner. Washington thought about a three. Now pulls up for three. It's way off the mark, but gets his own rebound. Finds a wide open Cummings. The Jaguars were already in transition, and Cummings was wide open there.
Yeah, Washington doing a nice job of following his own shot. Got his own miss back into his hands and made a nice pass.
Robinson pulls up from deep. It's off the mark, and a rebound by Watkins. Another one for him. Outside for Cummings, pump fakes the three, gets inside, gives it up. Fleming takes his time. Trying to find Cromartie. He's able to put it in, count it, and the foul.
What a tough finish there for Chris Cromartie. Able to scoop and score there underneath the basket. Just a tough lay there. Able to put it in through the contact, going to the line for one more.
Mentioned it earlier. We're announcing the starting lineups. He was just announced today that he made TBL All-Star team. 15-7 advantage for the Bighorns as Robinson can't connect on a 3. Now Cromartie gives it up for Fleming in the corner. He'll attack behind the back pass. And an open look for Washington is off the front of the rim, and Mix Jr. able to track down the rebound. Robinson behind the back. Now to Johnson, finds Robinson underneath. He puts it up and scoops it with the left hand. A 15-9 lead for the Bighorns, but the Jaguars cut into it.
Yeah, excellent ball movement there, able to get a wide open shot underneath the basket.
Cromartie pulls up right away and knocks it down.
Tough shot there from Cromartie, wasting no time in the Bighorns' possession.
And there's a tough bucket there by Tavion Johnson. He'll head to the free throw line, shoot 1 after getting that 2-point bucket. This has been nonstop action pretty much here in the first 5.5 minutes. We're going to take a break and step aside here on TBL TV.
Willamette Valley Jaguars 11. Okay, fans, we invite you back here tomorrow as the Willamette Valley Jaguars take on the Seattle Superhawks tomorrow at 4 p.m. right here at Crescent Valley High School. And if you like old school R&B, tune in to the hottest new station out of Salem, Oregon, KSOS Radio, the soul of Salem. For the best of old school R&B, tune in to the People's Station. And if you like old school R&B and slow jams, you can catch my show on Tuesday.
Want to catch up on all the action you missed? Be sure to sign up for the TBL TV League Pass. For $99.99, you'll be able to follow your favorite teams, watch games live, or replay them anytime. Join our team and watch yours at tbltv.tv. Really impressive performance early here for Wenatchee and the Bighorns. They have the advantage from beyond the arc so far. They've been shooting a lot of threes very early into the shot clock as Johnson can't connect on the free throw. But coming into today, this Jaguars team is actually one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league. Top 5 in three-point field goals made per game and attempts per game. As Cromartie takes another one-legged 3, it's off the mark, and a rebound strong by Johnson. On his 25th birthday, he's able to put down the putback.
Yeah, a bit of a birthday gift. That ball coming right back into his hands for the easy putback. And the Jags have to get something going offensively here. And a bit of a struggle.
Robinson can't score underneath, and a rebound going right back to Johnson. Now Cummings leads the charge. Gives it out to Fleming. He launches a 3. It's too strong. And Hansen stepped on the line on the rebound. It's a 20-11 lead for the road team in the Bighorns.
Yeah, and it's been an excellent start offensively for the Bighorns, making a lot of perimeter shots. They've done a nice job on the offensive glass as well, getting second chance opportunities.
As a hoist down the floor, Fleming's open on the angle, now gets inside, pivoting inside, can't get the shot to fall. Now launching it down the floor, Robinson's open and is able to score. Robinson coming off of a great performance, a career-high 30 points and 11 rebounds versus Great Falls last Sunday. He led the charge, led the team in scoring for the Jaguars. Strong drive to the rim for Crawford, but a foul. This one's called on LJ Robinson. And that's his first foul of the day.
Again, Isaac, we've talked about it game after game that the fouls have been a problem for the Jaguars. Of course, really early on into this one, that hasn't been left a huge mark on the game yet whatsoever, but something that we'd like to see them work on as the season progresses.
Johnson gets to the rack, and there's a late whistle on the Jaguars. It'll send Johnson to the free throw line. Johnson played in only 7 minutes last night, only scored 3 points with 2 steals. He's averages about 12 minutes a game, but he's getting some early action here on his 25th birthday.
Yeah, and there's another foul called on the Jaguars, something they're going to have to work on. The team was not happy with that call whatsoever. Like you said, Isaac, a bit of a late whistle that put Bighorns at the free throw line, but still a pretty close ball game here, single digits, and excited to see what team can kind of pull away here.
Yeah, it's a red flag as a team when you lead the TBL in fouls. Jaguars get called for over 28 fouls a game. That leads the league. A lot of whistles don't go their way in some of these games, but also they play a very aggressive style of defense. Robinson into the paint, gets rejected. Now Mix Jr. open for 3, rolls off the rim, but Robinson able to tip that one in.
Excellent play there from Robinson, able to put that ball right back into its home. And the Jags, they just have to get into a bit of a rhythm offensively. They have to go down the floor a couple of times in a row and get comfortable on offense.
A 22-16 lead, and a miss by the Bighorns. And now that's deflected and stolen away by Cromartie. He comes down the floor the other way. Getting into the paint, flips it, scoops, shot behind his head, off the window and in.
Cromartie just makes it look easy out there. Seems like he moves a little bit slower, but still able to get to his spots and make tough shots just like that one.
A 24-16 lead for the Bighorns. 4 minutes to go in the first as Hansen, his lay-in is way off the mark. Fleming gets it, launches it down the floor as Johnson goes right to the rack, right through the body of Mix Jr. and scores.
Good defense there by Mix Jr., just better offense that time. Able to find the points.
A double-digit advantage for the Bighorns, and Robinson able to grab a hold of Cummings' jersey to prevent that from being easy points. Not sure if they're going to call, they might be talking about this one on a clear path foul here.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's certainly what it looked like right there, just a pull of the jersey in desperation. Want to make the Bighorns earn every single point at the line rather than an easy layup or even a dunk.
Bighorns regain a double-digit advantage here. And Cummings looks to add to it. He can't hit the first one. Cummings, the second leading scorer on this Bighorns team, averaging over 20 points a game. He's had some pretty heroic performances this year, scored 45 points versus the Electric earlier last month on March 7th. 45